Okay, a very good afternoon and welcome everybody to the iCare Healthy Living Lifestyle Workshop presented by Chef and also Professor Estela. This is week number 2 of 6 in this educational series. My name is Stu Edelman.
Okay, a very good afternoon and welcome everybody to the iCare Healthy Living Lifestyle Workshop presented by Chef and also Professor Estela. This is week number 2 of 6 in this educational series. My name is Stu Edelman. A very good afternoon and welcome everybody to the iCare Healthy Living Lifestyle Workshop presented by Chef.
Okay, I'm a jack of all trades, folks. Okay, so I'm your host and moderator today and throughout this learning experience on behalf of Veganville TV and iCare Workshops. I'm happy to be on this journey with all of you. As a reminder, or just to enlighten you, tomorrow, Sunday, starting at 6:30, we have a bi-monthly meeting on our Veganville TV channel on Zoom, and where there's news, guidance, inspiration, camaraderie, amongst others, where we share ideas, and you're welcome to join us for about 90 minutes, where you can come. It's relaxed, and there's knowledgeable bunch of people, like-minded, where we connect for about 90 minutes or so. So you might be enlightened. You can ask your questions. Chef Estela will be there, and it's a lot of good stuff. So feel free to do that. I'll put that in the chat, the link, but if you need to know, it's also www.earthsavemiami.org/events, EVENTS. Go to the calendar, look for Sunday or the following Sundays, and you're welcome to join us. So welcome to another participant, and we're ready to go. Okay, before we get started, I'd like to share this disclaimer with you that the information or opinions expressed on this iCare Zoom Healthy Living Workshop by Chef Estela, host Stu Edelman, or participants are not necessarily those of Veganville TV, producers, or sponsors.
I got it on my phone.
Please understand that your decisions about nutrition, diagnosis, disease, or treatment should rely on medical doctors, registered dietitians, and licensed healthcare professionals. Okay, and now I'd like to get ready to introduce to you Chef Estela. Please allow me to tell you a little bit about Chef Estela. Estela Windwalker Delgado is a Florida International University graduate with a Master of Science degree. She's a retired educator. She's the author of the Heavenly Eating ebook, of which you've got a copy. It's also available on the Veganville TV e-store. 70 live food, gluten-free, plant-based, and whole food recipes are on there for people and the planet. She is a certified live food chef. She's also a plant-based chef apprentice trainer. She's the founder of Ucupacha Earth Literacy Centers in Miami and Tucumán, Argentina. She's a plant-based program developer, researcher, and translator, and a community educator. So, without further ado, let's get started with today's program, and I'd like to introduce to you Chef Estela. Applause in the background. Okay. Okay. Okay, Estela, you are live.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Chef Estela, and thank you all for being here. I encourage you to post questions in the chat throughout today's session. I will answer them during the Q&A. I hope I can inspire you to take action and make positive changes in your lifestyle. Today is our second workshop. I Care About Earth workshop number 2, and we have True Colors of Nature. Can everybody see the PowerPoint? Yes? Yes? Okay. So this is sponsored by Catalyst Miami and Earthsave Miami. The agenda for today. Yes. We are now doing the review of workshop 1. In workshop 1, we emphasize the green smoothie, leafy green, and also the leafy salad. All the recipes you can really go to the link that they already gave you in the email. If not, then you can ask. And all the recipes are going to be there. So remember these leafy greens. These are very important. And I gave you a way to do it with the green smoothie. Okay, that is easier. And you have all the fiber in there. So today we're going to have, I'm going to introduce you to Dr. T. Colin Campbell, his Center for Nutrition Studies. He's the famous author. I don't know if you heard about the China study. And WF significa whole food, plant-based. Whole is the opposite of processed food. So this is what whole means. And this is what he developed his life. And he developed a new health framework. We are going to talk about the artificial food dyes, okay, causes, effects, and the true color of nature, the phytochemicals. Especially, I want to that we look at the chlorophyll, okay. The benefits of fruits and vegetables. Dr. Greger research-based evidence that between food and happiness. Then we're going to have an intermission, 5 minutes probably or no more, and then we go to we have the recipes that I already prepared for you, and then we're going to go over with the ingredients so you can make them during the week. I encourage you to become a member of Beyond Heavenly Eating Club Facebook group. This is where I will ask you at least to post one recipe weekly. It doesn't matter how it looks like. The important thing is that at least you make one, the one that you feel more comfortable. Today, we're going to have the carrot milkshake, almond milk. I will show you how to make that. For lunch, the rainbow salad, tahini dressing, and the deviled eggs, without eggs. Dinner, green smoothie soup, that the same that I gave you last repeat workshop 1, festive polenta with baked tempeh, guide number 2. And the dessert, we have a maca chia pudding, and we'll talk about ancestral food, maca, carrot, and very, very important to know about that, you know. All right, so this is Dr. T. Colin Campbell and his Center for Nutrition Studies. This is one of his quotes. Good nutrition creates health in all areas of our existence. He is Professor Emeritus of Nutritional Biochemistry at Cornell University. He decided to go to China to do a study to see how the animal protein would help people in China, and he found himself with a great surprise. And so this is what the China study is about. He's a very serious researcher. You need to look when we talk about research, you know, if it is a reliable source, as I learned at FIU, the reliable sources. So this is what is important. And his books, China Study Whole, he developed that book, the new framework that refer to a holistic framework. And he offered that, and you can watch the documentaries, Plant Pure Nation, that he wanted to do that at the government level, but unfortunately it was not possible, but he developed a great program, and this is what we're doing, documentaries. And recently he wrote that book, Low Carb Fraud. Documentary Fork Over Knives, very important to see about him, and also Plant Pure Nation documentaries. He's the founder, Center for Nutrition Studies. And anybody of you who would like to have a certificate in plant-based nutrition, you can do that with his Center for Nutrition Study in conjunction with Cornell. Your doctor, this is the time to talk to your doctor, to nurses. Please, here there is a very reliable source. You want to know more about plant-based and how you can help with plant-based. So here you have a great opportunity. So the website is whole.nutritionstudy.org, or you go directly to nutritionstudy.org. And here I am very proud to say that I went through that 6-week program, and here it is that shows my certificate. So I have a plant-based nutrition certificate, but by one of the best reliable using evidence-based research in plant-based, and it's through Dr. T. Colin Campbell, his Center of Nutrition Studies in conjunction with Cornell. It is online, it is a program online, and people in the medical field, they can use it, and educators, I don't know about educator, but in the medical field, they can use to renew their license. We'll have that, okay? So I encourage everybody to do that, to know exactly, as my doctor said. I wish that more of my patients would do the same thing as you do, but unfortunately, I don't have enough knowledge to tell my patient. I have to give them the pill when they come with the high cholesterol and the high sugar. Very important, artificial food dyes. Please, please. This is very important. I didn't know, and I was eating all that processed food that we thought that it was natural colors, and they are not. Natural colors also, they can put, you need to be very careful, because they can still use some of this one, and they don't have to disclose under the label natural colors. So the Center for Science in the Public Interest strongly encourage for everybody to avoid all that have the caramel color. All these are artificial. Red 40, and sometime you are going to see yellow 5, yellow 6, and blue 1. All these are derived from petroleum. Okay, for example, red 40, it is made with benzodiene, that is a carcinogen. Blue 1 crosses the blood-brain barrier, behavioral changes and change in your DNA, and a lot of that you can find out more for yourself. There is a video, Artificial Food Colors and ADHD, by another plant-based doctor that will talk next time. His website is nutritionfact.org. Everything about evidence-based research and the reliable research, you go to nutritionfacts.org. He has very short videos, and I took that one so you can have, it takes like less than 10 minutes, the video that he has. And here we are. So, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. So phytochemicals, okay. So all these are the plant-based nutrients found in colorful fruits and vegetables. Say, eat the rainbow. Well, here you have the real rainbow and the true colors of food and nature. Lycopene has the red pigment, is for your heart, especially. Beta carotene or orange pigment for your eyes. Flavonoid, yellow pigment for the skin. Chlorophyll, the green pigment for bones. Anthocyanin, blue-purple pigment for the brain. In workshop 1, we talk about the blueberries, very important that is going to help with for the brain. As As Dr. Campbell explained in his book Whole, there are 10,000 known phytonutrients. There are many more that we don't know even how they interact among themselves, all that in our benefit. They form a synergy similar to an orchestra. The different instruments, they play in a special way to produce a music, an orchestra. The same thing happened with phytonutrients or phytochemicals. Okay, so I encourage you to eat as much as possible with colorful food. Okay, especially the vegetables. They need we prefer to be organic. All right, and so here we have T. Colin Campbell, author of The Whole, the book that I already said, and he developed the holistic health framework. If you watch the documentary Plant Pure Nation, there you are going to see how he offered this program, and it was rejected by the legislature, but he was able to implement this program in North Carolina. He was very successful, and this is what we do. Everybody's encouraged to be part of. And also based on whole, the idea of the whole, all right, and as they come from nature, he developed the whole food plant-based diet, okay, whole food, opposite to process, okay. So I think that we talk about that, good. And here I just a reminder from last class, what is the whole food plant-based culinary philosophy? It's just the food created by nature. And this is what he advised to have every day. Vegetables and leafy greens, fruits, preferably low glycemic, and whole grains, legumes or beans, tubers, 1 ounce of nuts and seed if you don't have, or 2 ounces if you don't have any problem with high cholesterol or the heart, you know, that's no refined concentrated oils. So start changing of cooking with oils, and instead of oil, I'm going to show next class how to saute with orange juice, with water in a different way, and not to use oils. Unfortunately, most of the restaurants and they use oils, and in whole food also, most of the food has oils. You can have it 1 or 2 times, but we know, and we showed last class, the documentary, if you didn't have time, you can go back and watch, it's all recorded, you can make this up, about how the oils clog your arteries. So, and that's why that he suggests a low salt, low sugar, or for people who really have a serious problem, no, S means salt, O, the O for oil, and sugar, no SOS, no salt, no refined sugar, we are talking, and no salt, okay? Salt, oil, and sugar. That means no SOS, or low salt or sugar, okay? So this is what is important here to remember, and this is what we're going to be trying to have during the day, all these groups, okay, the legume, the whole grain, the leafy greens, very important. Okay, so now we go to look at this one, okay, vegetables with the green color. If you see that, the chlorophyll, chlorophyll is what gives life, and it's the blood hemoglobin and the chlorophyll. If you see on the left, they have the same constitution, the same element. They have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, okay? But look at the center, the central atom, okay? The plant chlorophyll has magnesium And the human blood, the hemoglobin, it has iron. It's exactly the same constitution of the plants and the human blood. The difference is in the central atom. So that's why that chlorophyll is so important. It is like having a blood transfusion. If you want to have a blood transfusion, we started with the green smoothies, okay, with fiber, greens, a small leafy green. If you cannot do that, of course, you can saute also the greens, right? But this is very important. So the chlorophyll in plants reduces the binding. Binds the carcinogens they get rid of, okay? They also help with the DNA, and also it helps to clear the liver and all the other organs. So if we talk about the superfood, start just having chlorophyll in different forms, the green smoothie, or some green powder that today I'm going to show you if you cannot make it, you know, that they taste good, okay, this is what is important, they are not bitter, and then at least you can start with that one, all right? So there is always a way to work around. Benefits of vegetables. Raw leafy greens, they are nutrient dense, they have protein, calcium. Where you get the protein? From the leafy greens, calcium, iron, fiber, vitamins, minerals, macronutrients, enzymes. From the greens also, and this one in 2 more classes, I'm going to talk about live food, sprouting. What is live food? What is sprouting? They are biogenic, so they have their life force and they transfer this to you when you eat sprouts. So I'm going to have one workshop only devoted to that because it is important to know. Grasses, wheatgrass is 25% protein, and it has nothing to do with gluten. It is sprouted, all right, so, and it's organic, so. And then always they ask you to choose low glycemic vegetables, okay? The one that they don't have, sweet potatoes are fine, you know, avoid the white potatoes preferably, but you can have them too without any of the toppings. Fruits also, they have vitamins, minerals, folate, potassium, low in fat, calorie, sodium, low glycemic fruits. This is the one that they are not very, very sweet. Okay, so this is the one that they advise always to eat. Okay, and those low glycemic fruits, they have an alkalizing effect. We talk about important, the body is extremely acid, and so that we need to alkalize the body. We talked last about the pH in the blood, 7.3. So that is important to keep more or less what we eat at that level. Tomato, avocado, lemons, lime, grapefruit, you can have all. With fruits, that is extremely ripe, it has a lot of sugar, okay? And that sugar ferments, and what happens with the ferments? It just becomes alcohol. It turns into alcohol, and that alcohol is acid. So when you eat fruits, prefer to eat the low glycemic fruits, and the other that are ripe but not so ripe. Everything is a balance, okay? But some people eat all very high glycemic vegetables and high glycemic fruits. So we need to be able to keep a balance with that. And is there a connection between food and happiness? Yes. Dr. Greger, with his research-based evidence, he showed, okay, there was a study of 8,000 people, and they would give them to eat fruits and vegetables to see how they would feel. And it shows that these people had a high level, give them a lot of happiness, feeling good about themselves. Why? So there is evidence that veggies and vitamin C help with the production of dopamine. We feel happy, we feel in which way? So food, the true color of nature and the phytochemicals and everything that is not processed is going to help with that. We saw a lot of changes in people having problem, with getting angry and all that. So give them fruits and vegetables, okay. And also it's a source of antioxidants, very important, the phytochemicals, reduce inflammation. And you start to feel in a different way. And this is when it comes, what can I do? And comes the realization of the true potential. And how can you realize your true potential? What do you really want to do? In my case, when I retired and I saw what was happening at the schools with the children, you can read my story, not being able to concentrate, not being able to see, not even to score in tests, okay? So it's all based on the food. And so this is what is important. And so as much as you can encourage anybody in your family, in your friends, in your community, because we are all going to benefit. And here we have some good examples. So what do you want to do? What is your dream? What do you want to do? Okay, so we feel really, we realize ourselves when we do what is our dream, that everything is possible, and how you are going to connect that and help other people. And here we have two good examples. Have you heard about Alicia Silverstone? She's very well known, okay? And you can write her name and look, So, and she's a famous actress, and she find out that the way she was eating it was not right, and she had a book called The Kind Diet. The Kind Diet. So you can check into that, and this is the way that she was able not only be an actress to make people happy, but also to help them be healthy. And here we have this guy, he's a pianist, and he wrote the book, Well, Peace Diet. And he said, this is a book that I also recommend, or you can go to YouTube now. And in YouTube, you can see, a summary at least. So together we can create a world of freedom and peace for all living beings, including the animals. All right, so, and have a better world for all of us. Thank you. And now we're going intermission of 5 minutes, so we can show you all the recipe that I prepare.
Thank you very much, Chef Estela. Thank you, participants. We will take a 5 to 10 minute break. We appreciate you being with us, and we'll be back very shortly. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody. Hope you had a nice little break. I just enjoyed a nice little, well, it wasn't a little one. It was a green smoothie that I made. I make it generally the same day I make it, and I make it like in a very large blender, and then I refrigerate half of it in the refrigerator. So I just had it now. It was ready made, and it lasts for one day. And this way it's more efficient. I don't have to make a smoothie every day, but I have one. So I only make a smoothie like 3 times a week, and I have it for 7 days, thereabouts. Okay, very good. Let us move on. Hope you're all having fun so far. And we are back with Chef Estela. And this is the second half of our second series of the 6th series iCare Healthy Living Workshop. So let me introduce to you again Chef Estela with some great recipes to share with you. Chef Estela, please unmute and we'll be ready to go. Okay, you're ready.
All right, so thank you for being here for the session of the food demo. The first recipe that we're going to have that I'm going to show is in your book is the carrot milkshake. In order to make the carrot milkshake, we need to make almond milk. So I'm going to show you how to make your own almond milk. So that is going to go first. And so you start at night. You are going to soak for 4 to 6 hours. The recipe for almond milk, it's on page 81, the dessert. It says 1 cup of almond to 2 cups of water, 1 cup of hot filtered water, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extra. You soak the almond, as I shows here, for 4 to 6 hours, minimum 4 hours. If you really want to have a very, very, very white cheese, because with the pulp, we are going to make a cheese, a ricotta cheese. Then you can blanch them. That's why it says hot water. But you don't need to do that. If you see in here, when you soak them, that is enough. The following day, in this case, I had 2 cups for breakfast and 1 for maca. So this is what I did. You put in the blender. With the water is always 1 cup of almond for 2 cups of water. If you want a little bit creamier, but sometimes it's too much, you can have 1 of almond or any nuts. You can make milk like this, and you don't need to buy them. Okay, that's a lot of additives. Somebody asked me, what almond milk do you recommend? You have to look at the ingredient that doesn't have carrageenan, that doesn't have any other thing, but this is a great way that you can have that. So you soak them. When you pass them through the blender, you are going to have this consistency. Okay, it's very thick. If you see that, it's very thick. And in order to have your milk, you are going to pass through, you need to have a container like this one, or any type other container, and what we call a nut milk bag. This is very useful to make all type of nuts, milk from nuts and seeds. So now we're going to pass through the milk bag, okay? And this one, all right? It's just to show you how simple this is after you blend it, all right? And now you have it in the milk bag. And this is what you're going to do now, okay? Is everybody there? They can see this one, okay? So now you are going to milk the bag, you're going to milk the cow, and you can see and here you're going to have pure almond milk directly from your soaked almonds or cashew or any other that you want. And apart from the milk that I'm going to show you, make sure that you okay? Squeeze, okay? So you can have your pure milk. All right, this is just to show you because there is no time to do that. But what are you having in the bag? You are having all the pulp. And what you do with the pulp, you can do a lot of things. And as you see here, the pulp, because I didn't blanch them, my ricotta cheese is going to be just like a brownie, not all white. If you want white, you have to blanch them, okay? So here is the cheese, okay, that you may have, and here is the milk. So this is the milk that now you put, what are you going to put in there? Now we're going to do the carob milkshake, okay? I'm going to show you, here is this one, sorry. And here is your ricotta cheese, all right? Look, all the ricotta cheese that came from the pulp of the three almond milk, all right? So this is a way that, and then you just flavor the way you want, all right? So if you want the recipe, how to make almond milk, just need a blender. That's all you need, all right? So now we're going to go, now that I have my milk, okay, my almond milk, I'm going to go to see how to make the carob milkshake. And in the bottom it says, what is carob? In the bottom it says, carob replaces chocolate. Chocolate is a stimulant. So we want to use, this one has, is low glycemic. It has a little bit of natural sugar. It's a tree in the pea family, native to the Mediterranean region, rich in minerals, especially phosphorus and calcium, used to prevent osteoporosis, reduce cholesterol, manage type 2 diabetes and cancer because of its antioxidant properties. There is also carob. So this is the real chocolate from a tree directly. In the Southern Hemisphere, we have the wild mesquite. The wild mesquite, it is a little bit lighter, and also is very similar in mineral content and low glycemic. And you can eat this one and not to have the problem as having the stimulant like coffee and chocolate. So this is wild mesquite is called algarroba or algarrobo in Spanish. And also in Central and South America, in the desert areas, you have a lot of this, is a tree, okay? So, and where you can get it at Glacier Farm. So this is, let's see, what do we have for the carob now? For the carob milkshake. So here is the carob milkshake. And what do I have in here? Okay, so here you have a nice breakfast, okay? It says 1.5 tablespoons of carob powder, 1 small banana, 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon. And if you want to make it a little bit creamier, okay, 2 tablespoons of chia seed. Chia, I like a little bit of chia to make it creamier. And also have all the minerals, is omega-3. And you place all that in the order listed in the blender. And here you have a great breakfast. To this breakfast, you can make a bowl and you can add a fruit. You can add apples, okay, that green apples or red apples. It has 1 banana. If you have problem, banana is high glycemic, but you can have another banana if you don't have problems. Okay, so, and here, this is our breakfast. You can make a bowl by adding fruits. You can add celery also, or cucumber also too. And here you have a great breakfast. We have, where you have all the minerals, and it's going to keep you satiated for a long time. The natural energy booster. So carob or wild mesquite, all right? So this is the one, thank you. So this is for breakfast, okay? So now we are going to go with lunch. But before we go to lunch, I'm going to, yes, I need that. I'm going to go over, we talk about the green smoothie. The green smoothie has fiber, and you have the recipe in the book that you can make it and you can have it. It's good that you have it every day. And even though you can make it up to 3 days and it stay well, unless you use others one. Also, I talk about if you cannot make that for you, it's all leafy greens and low glycemic fruit or cucumbers and celery. You can use the organic wheatgrass that is organic and is sprouted, and you put in water. I advise that. Or you can also, this is from the land, the wheatgrass, and the E3 live is from the ocean, okay? This is the blue algae, okay? It's called E3 live, and it comes from the ocean, okay? So there you have 2 powders that you can have them, and it's going to help you just with water if you cannot do that. If the water should never be cold or too hot. It has to be at room temperature. So this is what is important to have. All right, so now thank you, Carlos. All this one can go to the other table. Okay. And now we're going to continue with the lunch. We have our rainbow salad. Okay. So how do we make that rainbow salad? The rainbow salad, please. Okay. So here is the rainbow salad. So what are the ingredients? Okay, we're going to go over the ingredients. We have 2 cups of leafy greens or 2 heads of lettuce chopped, 1 small red onion, 1 orange sweet bell pepper diced, half a cup of yellow crookneck squash diced if you want, or you can use the pepper. Okay, can you please pass me the rainbow vegetables? Okay, so these are the ingredients. Okay, I just use here we have the rainbow with the green peppers, all the green peppers, the different color, the red, the orange, the yellow. For the green, we have the leafy green, we have celery, we have parsley, we have for the purple, we have the onion, and for the white one, you can slice some mushrooms, okay? So here you have your great rainbow salad. It's not difficult to make, you know, and you can make all with pepper. And this is the final product. I'm going to keep this one. Can you please bring for dressing? Okay. There is a lemon dressing here that you can use. Okay. I need the tahini dressing that is in white. There is a white, no, the tahini dressing. That one. This is it. And a little spoon, please. Tahini. How do you make this tahini dressing? Okay. So this is the consistency, and here you have the good fat. Okay. But here it says lemon dressing. You can also make the lemon dressing 1 cup of filtered water, 1 lemon or lime juice, a 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a 1/4 teaspoon of unrefined sea salt. Okay. And if you cannot have the unrefined sea salt, we have the Talc granules. Can you get me the Talc granules there? Okay, this is the unrefined sea salt, whether it's Himalayan, not refined, unrefined. If you have problem that you cannot have that, here is a very good substitute that we talk, that is dulse, D-U-L-S-E, is sea vegetables. And it comes in granules and it comes in leaf that we talk, and you can use that as a substitute for salt. It is salty, but it's from the ocean. So it's not going to affect if you have trying to, the most important thing, remember, Dr. T. Colin Campbell developed this program, especially because most of the food that of the standard American diet is high in fat and high in sugar and high in salt. Let's go now with the tahini dressing. This is on page 44. Okay, so these are the, you have the book, you have my book. This says 2 tablespoons of tahini butter, but instead of tahini butter, it's better to use the sesame seed. Can you get me the sesame seeds in the back, Carlos? All the way in the back, I have the sesame seeds. It's better to use the sesame seeds. Instead of 3 tablespoons of sesame seed, I use 6 tablespoons of sesame seed. If you want, you can soak them, but it's not important. 1 clove garlic, a 1/4 teaspoon of unrefined sea salt, and 1.5 cup of filtered water. But probably you want to put less water, so it is creamier, all right? And this is, for this one, I use 6 tablespoons of sesame seed. Okay, they are on top. Okay, so that's, if I cannot get them, probably they are. And this is the consistency that you have for the sesame seed. And it's all made, yes, with just the real seed, the good fat. Tahini, there you can show. I buy we buy in big, okay. This is sesame seed, okay. How you make tahini? With sesame seed. Very simple. It's better to use the sesame seed and not to buy the butter, because sometimes it has extra oil. When you make this one, sesame seed, it has its own oil, its own good fat, source of calcium, and you don't need to use any other oil. So please read the labels. This is the best way, and you make your own tahini. You don't need to buy it with all other additives or extra. So here we have the, yes. Thank you. I think that this one. Okay. So here we have the tahini dressing, and here we have the rainbow salad. Rainbow salad, tahini dressing, or you can use the other. And now we go to the deviled eggs, okay? The next one, you're not going to eat the salad like this, so this is in the appetizer, the deviled eggs, eggs without the deviled eggs. How do you make them? Okay, yes, if you can bring me that. This is the final product, okay? And can you get me the filling in there? The egg and the two. This is the filling, how it looks like. So, and you made with white, you can get me one of the white mushroom, please. You just make it with white mushrooms, okay? And you fill them in, all right? And here you have, this one, you can use them as appetizer. This is the filling, and this is the one that now you're going to have with your salad. So how do you make them? You have 8 ounces of organic extra firm tofu and 8 ounces of cooked chickpea. We have 2 or 3 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Can you please bring me the yellow mustard and the chickpea? The chickpea, you can buy them in can. If you buy them in can, it has to be organic. This is only $1, the product of $3.65. Or else you can cook them. You soak them overnight, and the next day it takes less time just to cook. You use yellow mustard, okay? Can you please get me the turmeric, please? And the paprika. The turmeric, okay. We're going to use turmeric. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, yes. And then the paprika for the opposite, okay, for the center, okay. It's too dark, Jen. It's too dark. I think that is too dark. Can you see that well? Okay. So here we have the final product that we have this one. Can you bring me an empty plate, please? And now we're going to put this together to see how this one, you have your plate, okay? We're going to, this one, I don't need that anymore, okay? So here you have your salad, okay? As I have gloves, it's better to use gloves if you are preparing for somebody else. A big portion of the salad, beautiful salad, okay? All right. Big portion. The biggest portion that you have should be the salad, but start with 4 ounces at least, okay? So here we have the salad. Here we have the tahini dressing. And we're going to place 2. With 2 will be more than enough. And here you have a great lunch, your rainbow salad, your tahini dressing, and your deviled eggs. The other you just keep as appetizer for another meal. So, well, here we have the lunch on that one. Okay. Don't think that I need the gloves anymore. Deviled eggs. And now we're going to go with a cook. All right, we're going to go with a cook dish. That is going to be dinner, right? If you eat, make sure that that you eat until 7 p.m. When the sun goes down, this is when we have to start eating heavy meals. Our dinner should be by 7 or when the sun goes down, no later than that. A polenta, okay, can you please bring me the corn grits? The corn grits, and yes, and that one too also. Okay, how I'm going to make polenta. I'm going to make polenta, what they call them corn grits or polenta. Polenta is an Italian, very fancy dish in here. And in the United States, it is from Italy. And you use this, it has to be organic, all right? It has to be, the corn has to be organic. And with 6 cups, I'm going to go over, this is what you get. You get a whole for 3-4 days. How do you make the polenta? You have 6 cups of filtered water. You have 2 cups of organic yellow cornmeal, fine or medium ground, polenta, what they call them, or corn grits. 1 tablespoon of unrefined sea salt, and 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Can you please bring me the nutritional yeast? You can show them. The nutritional yeast is the vegan cheese, okay, Parmesan cheese. It has vitamin B12. It's not the active yeast. This is what you need to try to avoid. All breads are made with active yeast, and this is not good for you. So this is called nutritional yeast. The Red Star is a good brand, or Bragg's, and it has a cheesy flavor that you can use instead of cheese. So at the end, you can put that one, okay. 6 cups of filtered water, you make the water boil first, then you add the 2 cups of organic yellow cornmeal. Okay, you have to stir, of course, you have to stir. It takes like 15 minutes. So when the water is boiled, it takes like 15 minutes. And then you add 1 tablespoon of unrefined sea salt. And if you want the cheesy flavor, 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, or any other vegetable that you like to have. And so today we didn't do the walnut mushroom mince. This is another recipe that then you can add it and make that. And instead of that, I want to show you how you make a tempeh. What is tempeh? Okay, can you please bring me the tempeh? Yes. This is how you did. I already made this one. Okay. Can you bring, I have one in the refrigerator, the right side. Okay, the right side, the bottom. So it comes, you have to thaw out, it comes frozen. And then you just put in this container. Yes, can you show them how it comes? You know, this is organic. It's organic. It's called tempeh, and a source of protein with no cholesterol. Everything is organic. You just place it in this dish, and you marinate with the coconut amino. The coconut amino is rather sweet and is made from the sap. Yes, so it doesn't have any oil. The coconut amino, okay? And you use the other spices. So ingredients, you have the tempeh, you have half a cup of red onion that you place on top, and bunch of parsley. You marinate with the 4 ounces of coconut amino, 6 of purified water. The spices are very important: fennel seed, Italian seasoning, or 24 sprinkling herbs and spices. Can you bring that? The 24 spring and okay, so this one there is no salt. Okay, so I want to show you. This one, it has no salt, and it has all the spices that that you need. Okay, and on top, okay, you just place the parsley on top, the parsley and the onion. All right, and then you put in the oven for 20 minutes or 25, no more. And you have a great source of protein. It looks good, and it's very tasty, and it's healthy. All right. So let's see this one now. Can you bring me the plate so we can show the plate? Okay. So this is your dinner. Okay. There you have 2 serving of the polenta, and with the baked tempeh. All right, thank you. We are done for this week. Thank you, and I hope that you can make any of this recipe, at least one. Oh no, we have dessert also. I didn't show them dessert. I forgot about dessert. Sorry, I put that.
I was going to say, how can we even know about your dessert, Estela?
Before we go, because we made the almond milk, so we show you how to make the almond milk. Yes, bring me the maca and the chia and the, yes, the maca. Maca, yes. This is the final product of the pudding. Can you bring me the maca? Since the maca is in. It is a powder. It is a root from Peru. It has all the mineral contents also of the caro, okay? The caro and the mesquite is low in sugar, is low glycemic, and it keeps you satiated for a long time. So today we learn about ancestral food. So it is a little bit, it depends on you. You can get it at, yes, at Glacier Farm, you know, but there we can give you the, if you don't have it. And this is very, very, it's a nice pudding or dessert. Can you bring me an empty white container like this one? 4 ounces. This is the topping, okay? This is the topping for the dessert. We can put that on top. 4 ounces is what you can give to a person, you know, no more than that, or you can have 4 ounces. It is very, if you see that, how do you make it? With the almond milk that I show you how you're going to make. you have for the pudding, 12 ounces of almond milk, 4 tablespoons of dry chia seed to make it creamier, 2 tablespoons of maca powder, 3 days soaked, rinsed, and chopped. And you just place it in a mason jar. And the next morning, there you have, or at least you need to leave it for at least 4 to 6 hours. And there you have a great pudding. Berries puree topping. For the topping, you shall have 4 ounces of fresh or frozen berries with 4 dates chopped and soaked. So here is the topping that you want to give. And what you're going to give to a person is not 8 ounces. This is a lot for a pudding. This pudding, you can give them only 4 ounces. It's very thick. And it keep you full with 4 ounces. It is more than enough, okay? So here we have the 4 ounces. Here I have. And now I'm going to put this beautiful topping that I made, just like this, just chopping the dates, okay? The dates with no sugar. And there you have dessert, the maca chia pudding. So thank you very much. Today I show you a lot of recipe. I hope that you can make at least one. And I encourage you to go to Beyond Heavenly Eating Club Facebook group and make at least during this week one recipe and post it. So this is the way that we are going to show that to catalyst that we are implementing, and people are responding to this to all this series of workshop. So this session is over now, and now we're going to go to question and answers. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Chef Estela. Do we have an applause for Chef Estela?
Yes.
Maybe next week I'll have the soundtrack on there so you can hear it. It gives more emphasis. Thank you, thank you. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. Rosa made a comment, Estela, that she says one of the recent recipe of the with the corn looks like a Paraguayan soup.
Great. Yes. Paraguayan soup.
I guess
It's just made with polenta, okay?
right.
In South America, we call them polenta, all right? Here in the United States, they call them corn grits. So you can have them as a corn grit for breakfast, or you can have it as a very expensive dish here. It is from Italy, okay? Polenta.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the second of the 6 workshops that you're all registered for, and those that are watching us live or recorded version. I want to make a comment. You know, whatever information you gain from this, one of the key things that I found to be important is setting yourself up to succeed. And that means taking inventory of what's in your pantry, what's in your refrigerator, what's in your grocery cart, and deciding what it is that you want to accomplish. This journey with Chef Estela, with the recipes, with the science behind plant-based nutrition and information, is very valuable, and it only helps you and your loved ones if you take action and not make excuses. If you want to incorporate this, you're getting a great overview of all of this, and we can help support you through our monthly meetings and all that. So we're here for you to answer your questions, and Chef Estela is here to answer your questions ongoing. So feel free to bring those questions to us. Any other questions? One of the questions from Cheryl is, can the wheatgrass be mixed with the green smoothie?
Yes, this is in the recipe says you make your green smoothie, and then you can add the powder and the fruit, and this is where you can add the wheatgrass powder. You can also have it with water directly at any other time. It is a great energizer. It is a mild taste, and there you have a great instead of a soda.
Okay, also, Cheryl would like you to clarify, do you need to soak the sesame seeds?
Well, that is a little bit controversial. You have to soak all seeds and nuts. These are so small that you don't really need them. But I think that it's better that you soak them.
Okay,
Yes, 4 hours or 2 hours. No more than that. For a small seed and nuts, the rule is 4 hours. For larger is six hours.
okay. Another question from Rosa is, can you suggest where we can buy bulk seeds? Because she mentioned,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I talk about bulk seeds. What is that one?
Bulk nuts and
Bulk
seeds.
like this is better, and you buy them from Jeffy Brothers. Can you please bring me the whole? I don't know exactly the address, but Jeffrey's Brothers. Okay, it is in the back. It is much better to buy them, and you can share with your family. You know, and it is much better. The other place that you can buy them is at Laser Farm. We also have a phone number for Laser Farm. Does it give the address in there? But then we can get them for you.
No, it's organic.
If it doesn't say Chef Brothers.
Organic something that.
Okay. Jeffy Brothers. Jaffe, B like in boy, ROS. Organic fruits and nuts.com. Jeffy Brothers. It is very well known for that. I don't know if Stu can write it in the chat. Okay, I don't have access. I don't have the chat in here. I don't see the chat. But Jeff Brothers, okay. And these are organically grown. All the beans and the seeds, we buy them in there. So it is much better to buy them, and they are organic. And as I say, you can share with all your family. Any other question for today's recipe? What do you think?
I put in the chat for you folks three items that you can save to your computer or download. If you want to stay on when we close the meeting in a couple of minutes, I'll show you, if you'd like, how to save it. One is on plant-based shopping with Dr. Thomas Campbell. It's a video that Estela shared.
Yes.
From nutritionstudies.org on whole food plant-based diet guide and a shopping video. The second is an environmental working group's 2021 Dirty Dozen list. That's the fruits and vegetables that are on the list that they recommend that you do not buy conventional because of the pesticides. And number three is T. Colin Campbell's interview on nutrition forgotten for 2 centuries. So if you need further information, you can email us at www.earthsavemiami.org and drop us a line. Tomorrow, Sunday, is our bi-monthly vegan and plant-based get-together where people get together and share ideas, and it's a comfortable group to get your questions answered. Chef Estela is there, and a lot of good information is exchanged. So if there's not any last-minute questions.
I have any other question, because I have 3 from the first workshop from last Saturday. I just want to clarify 3 things. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go with those.
Any
first.
other question, Cheryl? Do you have any
Cheryl
question,
has one.
Cheryl?
She would like to know, Estela, if did you use the tofu with the deviled eggs?
Yes, I follow just the recipe. The recipe says there. Yes, I just blend the whole package that comes of tofu with the chickpea. Okay, exactly as the recipe says in there. I added the yellow mustard, the turmeric, and you have eggless, eggless egg there. And it tastes delicious. Remember the spices. The spices, we said they need to be organic because they are also irradiated. All right, and GMO, so that is going to help you. All right. Last class, I think that it was Robert who said the sunflower seed. Do they have to be raw or roasted? The sunflower seed, they need to be raw. If they are roasted, they are all roasted in oil. And this is the thing that you don't want to have. If you check all the things, they are roasted in oil. And so this is not healthy to eat them. You just buy them raw. You don't roast them, no. And not with oil. If you want to have, some people say, yeah, I want to have the taste. So you need the pan has to be very hot and dry and very fast. You put them in there without getting burned or dark, okay? Because that causes, is a carcinogen when the food get, oh, we like all this all this black in vegetables and in meat, okay? So, and that is not advisable also, it is carcinogen, okay? So all this black in that we like, all that crust. So, yes, so there I answer. Robert, do you have any other question about the sunflower seed? Okay, good. We said that you soak them for 2 hours or 4 hours. Okay. Somebody asked about alcohol. Where does alcohol play in a vegan lifestyle? Yes, you can have alcohol. That is, some people use organic, they come from organic grapes and all that. But I just want to remind you that alcohol is acidic. And alcohol, the same as all the processed food and the stimulant, soda, chocolate, that's why today I use the replacement for chocolate, and are acidic. And they leach the calcium from your bones. Somebody asked about osteoporosis also too. So alcohol is also linked with osteoporosis. Okay, so if I do not recommend to have alcohol in large quantity, you can have once in a while, once, you know, one glass, you know, weekly, okay? So, but especially the soda. Now there are young people in their 30s that they're having osteoporosis. Why? Because of all the soda and all the alcohol that they drink, and that leaches from your bones. So I just want to tell you about that. So apart from that, so try to alkalize the body as much as possible. We talk about, repeat again about the pH, okay? And is weight bearing exercises, very, very important. Dr. Furman, if Stu can write there on in the chat, he has a DVD, Undo Resistant Exercise with Van also, okay? He has a DVD that's called Osteoporosis Protection for Life. It's a DVD that advise everybody to have a look at it, because somebody asked, I don't know if the person is here today, about osteoporosis. So this is the connection with alcohol. And also you can go to YouTube and place in there Dr. Clapper Osteoporosis. And he also had another YouTube video that talks about osteoporosis. So it's very important to have an alkaline diet to eat well and do exercises as much as possible, weight-bearing exercises. So these are I saw that and I wanted to respond. So I don't know if there are any other questions in the chat or if anybody want me to answer any other question. Let's see. Stu will tell me
Let's see. Jerry,
if
did
we
you have a
have
question?
any other.
Jerry, did you have a question? No, not your thing. Rochelle, Linda, everybody's cool? I hope you all learned a lot today. I hope you choose to put it into action and put all this together as we, progressively work together each week over these 6 weeks. So stay online, everybody, and I'll share with you some additional information. So I want to thank our viewers.
Thank you.
Live stream on YouTube and locally. Thank you. Applause, applause again. Thank you, Chef Estela. We appreciate you and we appreciate all you do. She's been doing this for over 18 years and she's perfected it and she lives the lifestyle. She walks the walk. She talks the talk. She's great and very creative and very knowledgeable. So we appreciate you.